Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. Now, if you're looking at this little car and you either tell me, wow, big memories, a lot of memories of my youth, and then there's other groups of people that may say, what is this? Where does it come from? Was it some type of car from the Soviet Union? Well, let's give it a proper presentation. What I got for you right now, it's a 143 scale 1949 Fiat 500 Topolino. If you are a certain age or above, you may recognize the Topolino from a mile away. Maybe you didn't live in the Topolino era when they were new, but you recognize them because they had quite a fandom. And these were the good old days for Fiat. This was the good old days when Fiat was being remembered, and not just remembered because it's not a brand that is no longer around. It's still very active. But these were the days that simple was better. Small and simple was the way to go for the brand. And they were okay with it and they were doing well with it. Now not just Fiat, but any brand out there. They want more and more and more. They wanted this and they want all the technology possible. These cars, you just get a steering wheel and the clutch and brake pedal, and you're good to go. The rest is up to you how you handle them. And those were the good old days with any brand. Now let's talk about the Fiat Topolino. The Fiat Topolino, it was actually called the Fiat 500. The Topolino was just a nickname. It was a nickname. I'm going to read this real quick. It says the Fiat 500, commonly known as the Topolino, is an Italian city car produced and manufactured by Fiat from 1936 till 1955. The name Topolino in Italian for little mouse, and also the Italian name for Mickey Mouse. So they call him the little mouse. It was a little car, cute, maybe because it had big round eyes, round headlights. Maybe those were the eyes. It says the Topolino was one of the smallest cars in the world at the time of its production in 1936. Three models were produced until 1955, all with only a minor mechanical and cosmetic changes. Now this one right here was the latest one. Was the Fiat 500C? I think they call them the Model C because this is the latest one. And basically, the front end, the aesthetically was the most changes of all, especially the front end before it has those bug eyes, the early ones, like standout eyes. These are more integrated with the fender into the body. The original ones were standalone headlights, if you understand, like the old school classic cars. Now I like both of them. I remember the first generation; those were the most popular, or the most iconic, or the most remembered ones. I was also, and I didn't know about this until maybe a few years ago, that Simca also sold the Fiat Topolino as a Simca 5 or as a Simca 6. And I didn't even know about that until not too long ago. So that was quite interesting, I guess, for their French market. Now, engines. You have a very small engine. It's only a 569 cc's, but quite surprisingly, these were four cylinders. As much as you might think these came as a two-cylinder, no, they were four-cylinder engines. And transmissions, you only get a four-speed synchromesh, however you say it, manual. Okay, they came as a two-door saloon or sedan, a two-door convertible saloon, a two-door van, or a three-door wagons or state. All right, everyone. I'm gonna let this beautiful car go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So, what do you guys think about this nice, classic, old school Fiat? These were the early generation of the 500. People think the little round city car 500 was the very first 500. No, this was actually the very first Fiat 500s, the Topolino era. Right? Let me know. Have you ever seen these cars in person? Were they popular? Did you like them? Do you see them on car shows? Do you see them in a museum? Hopefully, they're being taken care of for sure. All right, let me know what you guys think about them. Don't forget to give me a nice thumbs up. I truly appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support and your comments. And don't forget to subscribe and click the subscribe button, the bell actually next to the subscribe button. That will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves, as I always say, and goodbye.